What is the favor? What is the favor? Last night's SmackDown, we found out what the favor actually is. I'm Victoria Waco. I'm Mrs. New York American 2024 and a member of the WWE Universe. So I'm here to talk about what happened on SmackDown last night. And boy, did we have a lot. We started off the night with CM Punk, which made total sense. They were in Chicago, his hometown. Literally, that crowd would have chanted CM Punk until he came out. So it totally made sense to have him come out first. He did this great promo, again, about kind of how he's, from Chicago, thanking Chicago. It was this beautiful, victory lap type thing. And then, of course, we learned about the favor again. And that CM Punk said that he would only say the favor with Paul Heyman there, but with Roman Reigns there also. So that set up everything that was going to lead us to the final part of last night's episode. In between those two parts, we had some interesting things happen. We had a number one contender for the United States Championship going on. That was a last man standing. Fabulous match. Love Jacob Fatu. Just, as always, I just have to say that. We had the, what are we calling them now? It's not the bloodline. It's just Solo and Tonga. Also, what happened to Tonga's brother? Someone explain that to me. But we had a match with LA Knight against kind of both of them, because it's always both of them when there's a match. So I'm still kind of confused and hazy about, who is LA Knight really feuding with right now? Because there's two things going on. I'm assuming it will come together in some epic thing, but a little confused there, quite honestly. We had number one contender for the tag team division. So happy for Motor City Machine Guns. I really like them a lot. The one thing I will say, here's my complaint about this all. I would have liked a promo. I like them having a lot of tag team matches. I like them trying to move the tag team division forward. I would just like a little bit more, some promos to push storylines forward between the players. Okay? That's all I'm asking for. Drew McIntyre with his eye patch. That was all great. I loved him on, I think it was on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, with his cat with the eye patch. I just love the support of the gimmick. Throughout the night, of course, though, we had all this hinting to the main event. At one point, Paul looks right in the camera and goes, "The answer is yes. Whatever it is, the answer is yes." I just get 7 vibes with all this, what's in the box? Personally. But Seth showed up, of course, because he's like, I ain't missing this. Come on, let's go. And that really was the momentum through the whole show. We had a segment with Tiffany and Charlotte Flair in the ring. I will personally say this segment fell really flat to me, as most of the segments have between them leading up to this match. I just don't buy the angle, I guess. And I will personally say, I feel like in this promo, Charlotte fell more flat to me than Tiffany. I felt like Tiffany was really trying. And Charlotte, it was almost like her energy gen match. I feel like she got thrown off by all the boos. I don't know. It seemed like she was really struggling. And I don't know. It just did not gel for me in my brain. So tell me what your thoughts were. I feel like some people really liked it. I did not. If you liked it, tell me why you liked it. And what are the pieces that are making you interested for this match? Because personally, I'm just not interested in this match at all at WrestleMania. We also learned that there's a couple of other matches coming up. A women's tag team gauntlet match is to take place. We learned LA Knight will have a match at WrestleMania. It is weird to me. We are I'm looking at my calendar, 2 weeks away ish from WrestleMania, and they're still making matches. It's just a little cray to me. It almost made me want to look to see what tickets were. Yes, I know tickets are insane this year, and my husband's not going to Vegas, sadly. All right, the main part of this whole segment we got, this whole episode we got to talk about. I will say though, before we get to that, overall on SmackDown, couple hiccups. I like the pacing. Also, we have to talk about Rey, like, first appearance. I think they picked a really good person for him to face. With that said, I think having Penta, his brother, premiere so soon, it felt very like second string to me. And that is nothing against him. I'm very excited about Rey Fenix being in the WWE. I'm very excited to see what he'll do here. But I feel like overall, because we just had this like moment with Penta less than 3 months ago-ish. Yeah, see, Tibbs agrees with me. My cat agrees. It felt like a repeat, which then made it feel less special. That is my opinion of that whole segment. Now to the main event, because there's so much to talk to here. Boy, oh boy. I will say WWE has this great way of turning the smallest thing into the biggest thing, right? The bracelet, the Ulafala, now the favor. So we had Roman come out. Roman, I liked much better than last week. I honestly, in last week's contract signing segment, felt like the weak link in this whole thing was Roman. He just didn't get over with me. Like, his words, everything. Here, he was very believable to me. I also say, though, kind of an a-hole. Like, kind of like a conceited jerk in many ways throughout this whole thing. And like, people are still cheering for him, but like, there are points where I'm like, I just don't like you. I don't want you to win this. That was just me. Tell me how you're feeling about it. Tell me if you're getting like heelish vibes from him or not. With that said, he came out first. He did his whole thing with Paul. It was fabulous. Seth comes out. I loved Seth here. Seth is like in a like pocket, in a groove that is like undeniable right now, because he came out and just the words, the like, just him being like the so happy about what's happening, so happy to watch this all go down, and also just being like, I told you so. Like, I knew, and you are blinded. Like, I just love Seth throughout this whole thing. I really, really do. It was probably one of the best Seth promos I've heard in a while. Actually, no, he's had a lot of bangers lately, but like, I don't know, he just hit this out of the park. His role in this was perfect. He played it perfectly. And then CM Punk comes back out. And we get this nice story about Paul when he was fired once for the WWE. I don't know which time, because Lord knows Paul has had an epic history in pro wrestling, as we all know. But I loved all that. I love the harkening back to that story and like what the favor is and how it's built into this deep, deep friendship and bond that CM Punk and Paul Heyman have. That, I think what Paul came very clear, is deeper and longer than his relationship with Roman Reigns. And I think that is part of what is egging and making Roman so mad, right? He needs to be the solo. He needs like the solo person, important thing in people's lives. And CM Punk is like pulling attention away. So, of course, we had just this epic moment of Paul telling Roman no, Roman backing in the corner. Roman sold that go to sleep like him like flopped on the ground. Like, go back and like pause it right when he hits, because his like head's going. It's just a fabulous sell of that move. And Seth is just laughing hysterically through it all. It's just like eating it up, enjoying the energy he's getting from it, because he's like watching these two guys annihilate each other. So of course, now we do know what the favor is. In the favor is that Paul Heyman, for years and years as promised, will be walking out with CM Punk as he main events WrestleMania, as he faces Roman Reigns, Paul's tribal chief, and Seth, the visionary, the revolutionary, freaking Rollins. What do you all think? I'm super excited for that match. A match with no title on the line. This shows you what storyline and a really well thought out feud can do. Tell me your thoughts. Let's talk in the comments. WrestleMania is coming, and I'm very excited about this match more than probably anything else other than Cody and